Good afternoon, everybody. Do you want to plan a week with me? It is Monday, August 18th, and I thought, I've got to lay this week down. Why don't I film it? I'm going to be using a couple of different things today, but I've based this spread on the Tabletop Treasures washi tapes from the Coffee Monsters Co. I don't think that I've used these on a weekly spread before, so I thought this would be a good way to put it through its paces. So the way that I usually choose the deco for the week is I find one thing that I'm enjoying and I base a spread around that thing instead of trying to build a somewhat cohesive spread around a lot of different things and try to match things together. I find one thing, in this case, this washi, and I will build off of that one thing, and it's a lot easier. So this Tabletop Treasures theme has sort of a cozy, in my mind, almost an autumnal vibe, although this was not the autumn quarterly subscription offering from the Coffee Monsters Co. But to me, it holds a little bit of a cozier, hygge almost vibe. Hygge is the Scandinavian philosophy of coziness and warmth. You can look that up later. I won't get too much into that, but everything on this washi just screams curl up and read a cozy book with your favorite blankie. So I'm going to build this theme around that. I've chosen some dual brush markers from Tombow that I thought go well. I usually try to choose 5 colors that will go with a particular theme because I track 5 things on my weekly calendar. And I'll show you a little bit more about that later on. Just so you can see what the washi looks like. I chose these 3. So I've got 2 horizontals, one 20 millimeter, one 15 millimeter, and then a vertical. I'm not entirely sure just yet how I'm going to lay those, but I thought we could figure that out together. Then I've got some other stickers and deco that I can choose from that all kind of have that cozy vibe. I've gathered them all together in this handy dandy little binder. And then I've got up here, I've got my sticker binders that have got more of the functional stickers, a little bit of deco in there. But I thought I'll have a little smattering of everything in case I need to figure something out on the fly. And I use a Fudenoski hard tip and soft tip, and I will usually use a black gel pen and a pencil to lay things, but I also have some fountain pens here in case I need to do something a little more fancy. So I might go quiet periodically throughout this, and if I find something interesting to talk about, then I'll speak up again, but grab your favorite beverage of choice and sit back and let's plan together. On a weekly spread, I typically like to lay from left to right and from top to bottom. Sometimes that works better than others. In this case, I'm just going to start to lay the washi, and it doesn't really matter what order I lay this in this particular case. Sometimes it does if you're doing a layering motif, but for what I've got in mind today, it does not. So I'm just going to do a simple, classic washi layout for this week. And I like to have my thicker washi along the bottom edge, and then I'll put the thinner washi at the top edge. Sorry, I just bumped the camera by accident. I'm still getting used to filming things, so I don't have the perfect setup yet. I apologize for that. Also, there's still no editing happening in these videos. These are all very unscripted hot takes. Please forgive. At some point, I'm going to learn some basic editing skills, but that someday has not happened yet. So I'm going to go for this 15 millimeter and I'll lay this at the top of the page. Normally, for the top of the page, I would be standing up and getting a better vantage point, but because I'm filming, I'm just going to try to wing it. I'm going to have some errors. I just know it, so bear with me, and we're all going to embrace the concept of wabi-sabi with this video, which is the philosophical idea that imperfection should be embraced, because there's no such thing as perfect. So why strive for it and cause all that stress and aggravation? I know it's something that I have really embraced this year, because mental health is no joke, kids. We got to take care of ourselves. So I'm on a mission to reduce as much anxiety as possible this year. All right, so I've got my washi laid at the top and bottom, and this one is vertical. I'm trying to think, how can I incorporate this without it looking too cluttered? And I'm not sure I can, so I'm going to hold off on that for just a second. Normally what I'll do next is put my index, my key, over here on the left sidebar. I track work events, life events, school events, and pay attention events. Work, life, school, pay attention. Oh, and also flourish and plan events. There's my 5. All right, so I'll just pick some colors and start assigning. Because the main color of this is sort of a warm, neutral tone, I went with 992 for my salon events, because that's typically what I have the most of. And I want that to be the dominant color. Just leave that open. It's not a fountain pen, so it's not going to dry out. Next in order of appearance would probably be life events. And I'll choose this beautiful asparagus color, which is 192. Then we've got flourish and plan events. This is beautiful golden mustard color, 026. And I just abbreviate flourish and plan to F&P. Then we've got school events, which is number 553. And finally, I always try to have either a pink or red get your attention color. And this is to indicate pay attention. And what I will do is anything that's on here that I need to pay special attention to, I will categorize it according to its color and then outline it in that, so it really stands out to my eye. All right, I'm just gonna lay a couple of events on here that I know for sure are going to happen, because they happen every week. And I'll fill in some more at a later date, and I'll try to post some pictures on social media so that you can see what it looks like when it's filled in. I can't really do that part on camera because my calendars that I pull this data from are on the phone that I'm filming on. So that's not thought out too well, is it? I think I went with hard for Danowski. I've been really trying to work on my brush lettering. easier or harder than it looks, trying to get differentiation between thick and thin lines. Good enough. Okay, and let's go with a fountain pen. Every day I drop off Charlotte at school, so that's always the first thing that goes down. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I like to go to the gym. Because of my schedule, those are really the only days that it's convenient for me to go. I know I probably should space those out throughout the week. But best laid plans and all that. So in the front of my Hobonichi cousin, I keep a couple of sticker sheets of things that I use frequently. Tiny icons are really good for helping to keep yourself organized. And I like this little dumbbell tiny icon for my gym appointments. And then I know for sure that I've got a therapy appointment and the house cleaners also coming. Binders make it really easy to keep yourself organized because Helen puts out a lot of stickers. And of course I need them. So I've got to keep them all straight. I will choose this happy little fella. The dusting emoji. So these appointments happen on Tuesday. I can also put down what we're doing today. Let's see. One of these because my other project for today is going to be to clean my craft space / office. Trying to see if I have a sticker that's appropriate for planning a new week. Here we go. Should have been the first one I looked at. I'll go with this journaling time since I'm laying my journal. And then right after that, I'm going to head upstairs and clean the office. We call our office the Groffice because it is half guest room and half office. Okay, so I've got some other appointments to sprinkle in here, including all of my salon appointments, and those I will put in pencil because sometimes those have a tendency to change, and I do not like crossing out or using correction tape or whiteout or anything like that. So I try to minimize that as much as possible by using pencil for those appointments because they can change annoyingly often. Let's put down a little bit of deco, though. I think I had some appropriate to this theme. Here we go. I guess I could have used this tidy up one. And I probably could have used this week one, but I already wrote that, so wabi sabi. Okay. And maybe he needs a table and a lamp next to him. This is a fun way to layer some things. I think I actually like the shorter one. I'm gonna pop that lamp right on the table. Looks like it was made for it. If I had thought ahead, I would have scooted that over and put a candle next to it as well. I can maybe hang something on the wall. Now I've got a cute little scene in the corner. All right. I think that's going to be good for now, guys. So there's the beginning of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll add more to this and post pictures throughout the week. Have a great day. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.